Are you ready for a super fun Islamic general knowledge quiz? There will be 50 exciting and challenging questions that will put your Islamic knowledge to the test. You'll have only 7 seconds to answer each question. So get ready for the challenge. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay updated with our future videos. Now, let's get started. Allahumma bismika amutu wa ahya. Oh Allah, in your name I die and I live. When do we say this dua? Before eating, before going out, before sleeping. Before sleeping. How many verses are in Surah Ali Imran? 200, 150, 100. $200. The first ever revealed surah was Surah Al-Fatiha, Surah Al-Alaq, Surah Al-Duha. Surah Al-Alaq. Under whose feet does Jannah lie? Mother's feet, teacher's feet, father's feet. Mother's feet. Which of the following is not one of the 4 caliphs of Islam? Ali radiallahu anhu, Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. Angels are created of light, water, fire. Light. On which night was the Quran first revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him? First of Ramadan. Laylatul Qadr, Eid al-Adha. Laylatul Qadr. Which animal did the nation of Thamud kill? Goat, fish, camel? Camel. What miracle happened when Prophet Musa alayhi salam placed his staff in the Red Sea? The whale appeared. He was able to walk on it. The sea parted. The sea parted. Who was the first man to write with a pen? Idris alayhi salam, Ibrahim alayhi salam, Adam alayhi salam. Idris alayhi salam. Where was the Dome of the Rock completed? Jerusalem, Medina, Mecca. Jerusalem. On the Day of Judgment, there will be 7 types of people that will receive shade, money, water. Shade. What was the reason behind Satan's refusal to prostrate to Prophet Adam alayhi salam? Arrogance, fear, love? Arrogance. Which word will be written on the Dajjal's forehead? Allah, Mahdi, Kafir. Kafir. What is the shortest surah in the Quran? Surah Al-Ikhlas, Surah Al-Fatiha, Surah Al-Kawthar. Surah Al-Kawthar. In which month is the Hajj performed? Sha'ban, Dhul Qa'dah, Dhul Hijjah. Dhul Hijjah. What is the Islamic term for the life after death and the questioning in the grave? Barzakh, Akhirah, Qiyamah. Barzakh. A major sign of the Day of Judgment is the sun rising from the west, east, south. West. Which of the following does a person in ihram not have to abstain from? Shaving hair, using the miswak, applying perfume. Using the miswak. What is an Islamic place of worship called? Church, cathedral, mosque? Mosque. What is the name of the scales that weigh one's deeds on the Day of Judgment? Al-Qadr, Al-Mizan, Al-Quran. Al-Mizan. What is the central event that will take place on the Day of Judgment? The resurrection of all human beings, the creation of a new world, the wedding of Adam and Eve. The resurrection of all human beings. What famous Islamic building is located at the Temple Mount in Jerusalem? Dome of the Rock, Kaaba, Masjid al-Nabawi. Dome of the Rock. Who did the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam build the Kaaba with? Idris, Ismail, Ishaq? Ismail. What are the names of the angels that will question you in the grave? Munkar and Nakir, Gog and Magog, Azrael and Israfil? Munkar and Nakir. Which chapter of the Quran protects from the punishment of the grave? Surah Al-Qiyamah, Surah Al-Mulk, Surah Al-Alaq. Surah Al-Mulk. What is the highest level of paradise? Jannat al-Dunya, Jannat al-Firdaus, Jannat al-Zakat. Jannat al-Firdaus. What does akhlaq refer to in Islam? Character and morality, prayer and zakat, fasting and dhikr. Character and morality. How many surahs in the Quran start with the word qul? 4, 5, 3. Five. On the day of Qiyamah, people will stand in front of Allah, in front of angels, in front of Satan. In front of Allah. Which of the following is not a righteous deed that can lead to success in the Akhirah or theft? Prayer, charity. Theft. Which prophet was swallowed by a big fish? Yunus alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, or Isa alayhi salam? Yunus alayhi salam. What is the name of the mountain where the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, received the first revelation? Mount Uhud, Mount Arafat, Mount Hira. Mount Hira. What is the name of the angel of death? Mikael, Azrael, Jibril. Azrael. How many times is the name of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, mentioned in the Quran? 25, 4, or 50? Four. What is the meaning of the word Quran? The book, the law, the recitation. The recitation. What is the name of the well in Mecca that appeared for Hajar and her son Ismail alayhi salam? Barakah, Salsabil, Zamzam. Zamzam. Which prophet could speak in the cradle as a baby? Isa alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, or Yusuf alayhi salam? Isa alayhi salam. Who built the ark before the great flood? Or Nuh alayhi salam, Salih alayhi salam, Lut alayhi salam. Nuh alayhi salam. Which prophet interpreted dreams in prison? Dawood alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam, Yusuf alayhi salam. Yusuf alayhi salam. What is the name of the night journey of the Prophet peace be upon him to the heavens? Isra and Mi'raj, Laylatul Qadr, Hijra. Isra and Mi'raj. What did the people of Prophet Lut alayhi salam do to receive Allah's punishment? They disbelieved and committed major sins. They stole from the poor. They destroyed the Kaaba. They disbelieved and committed major sins. Who was the king during the time of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam in Egypt? Pharaoh, Nimrod, no name is mentioned. No name is mentioned. What was the age of Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him when he received the first revelation? 30, 40, or 25? Which surah is known as the heart of the Quran? Surah Al-Fatiha, Surah Yasin, Surah Al-Mulk. Surah Yasin. Which prophet was given the Zabur? Isa alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, Dawood alayhi salam. Dawood alayhi salam. What do Muslims call the festival at the end of Ramadan? Eid al-Adha, Eid al-Fitr, Eid al-Ramadan. Eid al-Fitr. How many total surahs are there in the Quran? 114, 124, 144. What is the name of the river in paradise mentioned in the Quran? Kawthar, Nile, Salsabil. Al-Kawthar. Which prophet is mentioned the most in the Quran? Ibrahim alayhi salam, Muhammad peace be upon him, Musa alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam. How many did you get? Make sure to like and subscribe. Assalamu alaykum.